So why should you learn Django? Why should you want to pick this over other frameworks, or why should we use this framework at all? Well, in this video, we're going to cover that question and look at some of the reasons why Django is a great framework to learn. The first thing about Django is that it's what's called a batteries included framework. That means it comes with a lot of functionality and features out of the box, a lot of things that are common across web applications. So instead of having to reinvent the wheel for all of these features and functions, you can just turn them on and off, and they come pre-created with Django. So apart from having all of these battery included features, the first point I wanted to note is that it is written in Python. So it's got that nice Python syntax, simple syntax. And if you already know Python, you don't have to worry about learning a programming language as well as a framework. You can just focus on the Django framework itself. The next thing is that it comes with a ORM, Object Relational Mapper, which lets you interact with your database writing Python. So you don't have to write raw SQL queries that are long and time consuming to write. You can just solely write Python and interact with the database, and in a pretty powerful way. Another thing is that it comes with an admin interface. So not only are you able to interact with the database Pythonically with this ORM, you can also see a graphical representation and graphical interface of the admin. So you can create, update, delete data right from the get-go. It also handles security. So with any web application, it's going to be on the internet, so it's going to be accessible by people via the internet. Some of them may not have good intentions, and there's a lot of people that have dedicated a lot of time and effort to studying and implementing different security features for these web applications. And Django comes out of the box with a lot of great security features, which isn't a great way to spend your time. It's not the most enjoyable time to create different security features for your web application. So you can get that out of the box. And then it comes with a number of other features or contributions, such as user auth. So most web applications or applications in general are going to have users creating accounts. And so by default, you can set up user authentication very, very, very easily with Django. And there's also tons of packages that extend it and make it more robust. And there's also a number of other packages like user auth that are features that are common across web applications that Django comes with. That's why it's called this batteries included framework. And if we look at Django from a popularity standpoint, this is a recent graph of the most popular frameworks. We can see Django here comes in at a close number 4. So it's among these big frameworks. Here you have Laravel, PHP, Flask is also Python, Express is JavaScript, and then we have Django, and then Ruby on Rails. And so it's super popular, which means a number of great things. It means it's going to be great if you're looking for a job, because it being popular means it's probably being used at a lot of companies. So there's going to be a lot more jobs for Django than, say, something that's not as popular, not being used as much. It's also great if you are trying to build something for yourself, because the more popular something is, the more activity it will have online. So if you're searching to answer a question on Google, there's going to be a lot more answers for Django than some of these less popular frameworks. And Django is also used at some huge and popular tech companies like Reddit, Instagram, YouTube, and Dropbox. And it's also written in Python. So if you're already familiar with Python, there's tons of jobs out there. If you look at this graph here, which shows the percentage of programming jobs for Python, you can see over 20% of these programming jobs have some kind of Python aspect to them or mention Python, and over 290,000 jobs. So that's a lot of jobs available if your main goal is to get a job. So you can have a lot of exposure to jobs and the possibility of getting a job with Django, or you can also use it to build out your own idea or startup. And there's lots of answers and communities online to help you every step of the way. So that's why it's a great choice to learn Django. And I look forward to going through all of these projects with you in this course.